What is up, guys? It is Danger here, and today we're going to be doing the instructions for the 4-3-1-2 formation. I haven't really uploaded a lot lately, and that's mainly because of school. A lot of final stuff coming up, and this is kind of like the last week where I'm really kind of have a lot of shit going on. So probably after this week is most likely when I'm going to start regularly uploading again. So sorry about that, but going into the 4-3-1-2 instructions, it's probably been one of my favorite formations so far this year. I mean, I have a lot of favorite formations, but none that I use religiously, if that makes sense. I don't really have that one formation that I use all the time. I haven't really found that yet. So the 4-3-1-2 is one that I have been using a lot recently and has been working for me. So hopefully I have found it. But now we're just going to go into the actual instructions and the tactics as well. So at center back, I do have one difference here. For the right center back, I have normal instructions. For the left, I have aggressive interceptions. Now I have Socrates on aggressive interceptions because personally, I really like my players being aggressive, so then they can kind of try to intercept the ball. The reason I have Socrates on aggressive interceptions is because he is faster than Vogt. So, Socrates, if he misses, he has more pace to actually get back, whereas the other center back probably doesn't. So that's why I have him on aggressive and the other center back on normal interceptions. For the outside backs, again, stay back while attacking. That's what I normally do. You may be able to get away with having it on balance since it is a more narrow formation, but then you can probably get countered a little bit more easily. So personally, I'd rather have it on stay back while attacking and have all four defenders back for most of the time. Again, they will make overlapping runs occasionally because of those high medium work rates, but if you have them on stay back while attacking, they're going to be more defensive. Now on to the center mids. For the left and right ones, I have them on completely balanced, and usually I would actually have them on stay back while attacking, but both of them are high work rates. Both of these players have high work rates, Janozovic and Sanchez. If they had high medium work rates, I would most likely put them, I would definitely put them on stay back while attacking if they had high medium. But they have high, so, and they've been working well at balanced attack. If they have medium high, you can probably just leave it at balanced. For the middle center mid, I have him on stay back while attacking and aggressive interceptions. Again, I really want my players to be aggressive, at least just intercepting balls. So I have him stay back while attacking, so he can kind of be playing that deep lying playmaker, deep lying defensive mid, and aggressive interceptions because, like I said, I really want my players to be aggressive in intercepting the ball. Now for the attack, for the center attacking mid, I rarely change anything. It's very rare if I change anything. In this case, it's no different. I have Chalhanoglu, my center attacking mid, on balanced everything. For my strikers, I have them on getting behind, both of them on aggressive interceptions, and both of them on press back line. So the reason I have them on get in behind is because their run making this year is usually pretty good. So I trust that they're going to be making decent runs. Plus, get in behind, they're not just going to be standing there. They have the pace to get in behind, and they actually will make decent runs as well. So I have them on get in behind. Now I have them on aggressive interceptions, again, because I want my players to be making interceptions. Plus, if they miss it, it's not going to really be that big of a deal. If an attacker misses an interception, the other player, my opposition, is still going to be in his half, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. I also have them on press back lines just so then they can go, and it's kind of it's aggressive and then high pressure, if that makes sense. So, they're aggressive in intercepting the ball, but then they kind of run after the player on the ball with press back line. So I have them both on press back line, getting behind, and aggressive interceptions. So now for the custom tactics in this formation, I kind of have them all in kind of a balanced setting. I mean, yeah, I have some at 60, and yes, I have some in the low 40s, but for the most part, there's none that are 70 or 80. There is one that I have at 30, which is crossing. I'll get to that later. But I kind of have everything kind of near the middle, relatively near the middle. And that's because this is kind of a balanced formation. I mean, I have two players on high work rates, so defensively I won't get countered as much. Plus I have that one defensive mid, or that one center mid staying back while attacking, so he'll act like a defensive mid. I have my left and right backs on stay back while attacking, so they have the ability to not really get countered. That's kind of a specialty, if you have those instructions at least. So, just for the most part, I just want to keep this kind of balanced. Just, that way I have the ability to, I can speed up if I see something, but if not, then I can just kind of sit back and just relax. So speed is at 60. Again, that's higher than normal, but it's just mainly because I like to go a little bit faster, but it's not in the 70s, not in the 80s or anything. Passing is at 45. Again, A little bit less than what is normally set at, but it's still pretty balanced. Now for chance creation, passing is at 55, crossing at 30. I'm not going to cross, it's not a crossing formation. There's no wingers, so I'm not going to really be crossing it very often, if at all. Shooting is at 60, and I have it on organized. And the reason, again, I have this on organized because I kind of noticed when I have it on freeform, there are multiple people as strikers. Like my center attacking mid will go and play as a striker. If there's another center mid pushing up, he'll go and play as a striker. So then I have like 4 strikers. They're all in a line, and I clearly don't want that. I want it to stay organized, and I want it to maintain that attacking formation. I want them to maintain the formation as I'm attacking. Now for defense, I have pressure and aggression at 60, again a little bit higher than usual. And again, it's because I like to, I try to get those interceptions. I try to be a little bit more aggressive, but again, it's not super high. And then team width is at 45, and I also had on cover. Balance, or the default is offside trap, but I don't really like that. I have it on cover. Sometimes in game, I will, when I'm on the attack, I will spam the offside trap, and I've learned this from Inception XX. He is really good at this, and I've learned that from him. If you're on the attack, and you're like going on the attack, kind of in your own half, and it's kind of a counterattack, you're kind of moving pretty fast. Spam the offside trap, and your whole team will move up. That way, instead, like, you know, if you counter and your defense is still sitting back, and then you lose the ball, their entire opposition is going to have, you know, all this space in their middle and attacking third. Whereas if you like spam the offside trap while you're moving forward, and then you lose the ball, it's going to be really crowded, and that's going to cause like bad passes. It's going to cause interceptions for my team, and then I can try to counter that as well. So that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. If you have any questions over the 4-3-1-2 instructions or the tactics, just let me know. And if you have any suggestions for the next formation you guys want me to do, just leave that in the comments down below as well. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.
I'll walk out, but is it an inform? Okay, it's a mustache card. And that's the worst one. That's like one of the worst ones. It's still kind of an inform.